What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Powerhouse Mentality podcast. I am your host. I am Caitlin Kenneth Smith, and on today's episode of the podcast, I'm going to be putting in a recording from our Powerhouse Mentality community Facebook group's weekly live training. So every Monday night at 7:45 p.m. Central Standard Time, I get into our Facebook group and I go live on a different topic. And I flip-flop every other week. So one week is mindset-based, the following week is nutrition or training, some sort of science-based approach. Now this week, the title of the training was Color Outside the Lines, How to Fulfill Your True Potential in Life. So on today's podcast, you're going to hear exactly that. And if you want to get into the Powerhouse Mentality community, the Facebook group is 100% free. There are tons of valuable resources, tons of valuable people who are also probably like-minded like yourself, trying to pursue the best version of themselves, and a lot of different perks that you get from being in the community. So make sure that you go down below into the show notes, you click on the link to join the free Facebook group, you answer the membership questions, and we will get you in there. But other than that, guys, sit back, relax, enjoy this episode. It's quick, it's straight to the point, but I promise you it's going to make a big impact on your life. All right, so today's topic that we're going to discuss in the Powerhouse training is titled Color Outside the Lines, How to Fulfill Your Potential. So a lot of you guys are in this group for a reason. Because you want to become the best version of yourselves. Or you want to work in a community of people that helps you become the best version of yourself while also helping other people push to their full potential. Because there's something that feels really good about being able to help somebody else along your journey. And it kind of sucks doing it alone. Now, color outside the lines, fulfilling your potential. What the hell am I talking about? Well, let's start off there. Now, when I was a kid, I was the kid who always fucking colored outside the lines. It took me like a really long time when I was in kindergarten to actually get inside the lines, and I loved to color. It was something I really loved to do. In fact, I should probably do some adult coloring so that way I am less stressed and don't lose my mind as much. We'll get there. Puzzles are my thing right now. But when I was a kid, I used to color outside the lines. And again, it took me a while to kind of figure this out. I was kind of that child who was a little slower to adapt to things. In fact, my pre-K teacher yelled at me. And I'm this is scarred in my brain forever. She yelled at me because I used to walk up the stairs, not one. I used to walk up the stairs 1, 2, 1, 2, and I would slow the class down when we were going up and down stairs. So, fun fact, that scarred me for the fucking life. But anyway, color outside the lines. What does it mean? So, you guys are all on a journey. And you're on a journey to become the best version of yourself, to become better, healthier, happier versions of you, and to fulfill your true potential in life. And I know it's never easy to do this, because there are days where you doubt yourself. There are days where all you want to do is quit. There are days where you question why you're even doing this in the first place. And you have to make a decision that you're going to be different. Because you are going to be criticized for trying to accomplish something great. There are going to be people in your life who, no matter what you do, whether you win, whether you lose, whether you're super successful or whether you're a failure, they're going to talk shit at you. And they're going to criticize you. So step 1 here is make the choice to be okay with that. I like to say dare to be different. Okay, because conformity, and I heard this on a podcast, conformity is the ultimate form of cowardness. And other people in your life, whether they're your friends or family or just random fucking people on social media, people will try to throw their smallness at you to make you shrink to their level because they see you doing something great and becoming a bigger, better version of you, but they're not. So those who criticize you or those who aren't winning in life will talk shit at you no matter what you do, because it's the only time in their life where they feel like they have power, or they feel like they have value, or they feel like they're being important or heard. There's a quote from Gandhi saying, "I will not let you walk through my mind with your dirty feet." And too many of you who are watching this, who are listening to this, are letting other people walk through your mind with their fucking dirty feet. In fact, sometimes it's you. Sometimes you're walking through your own mind with your own dirty feet. So you have to stop listening to yourself, because 80% of our thoughts are negative. Stop listening to yourself and start fucking talking to yourself. Now, the reason why people start to criticize you is because you growing makes people uncomfortable. Because again, they want to always bring you down and shrink you down to their level. So when you start growing, that makes them uncomfortable. And because so many people who are listening to this, who are watching this, are probably people pleasers, we don't want to make people feel uncomfortable, so then we shrink our own life down to that level in order to make other people more comfortable, or to make ourselves more comfortable. So again, sometimes you're really going to just have to say to people, and they might be your family members, and they might be people close to you. You might have to say to them just like, "Pardon my progress," and move the fuck on. Make those people uncomfortable. Please you, not other people. Because you get one life here, guys. So if you're lowering your standards down to make other people comfortable because they feel uncomfortable that you're doing something great with your life, that's messed up. Now, if you've made a mistake and you've hurt somebody, you should feel bad and you should apologize. However, if the mistake is you growing and becoming a better version of yourself and chasing something that they couldn't chase, that's not a mistake, and you should never apologize for that. You should never apologize for being who you are and trying to be a better version of you. You should never apologize for those things. So, where does the color outside the lines come into effect here? That comes from the conformity thing, right? I said, if you conform, you're a coward. And so many people are trained to color inside the lines in life. When we're kids, we're trained to do things a specific way. A lot of us are taught that, like, you go to high school, you graduate, you go to college, you have a job, you retire, you do all these things. But what if you want to be different? What if you want to do something greater than that? What if you don't want to make $50,000 a year and have the white picket fence and all that bullshit? What if you want to impact people and create something amazing? What if you want to be the person in your family, the first person who is financially free, who has all these unbelievable things and can provide for their family without worrying about it? What if that's you? All great people color outside the lines. They dare to be different. So focus on courage, not cowardness. Create, don't conform. And make it a rule, or make it a standard, a non-negotiable for yourself to say, I'm not shrinking to make you comfortable, and I'm not shrinking to make me comfortable. Successful and happy people do uncomfortable things. They do difficult things. That's why I always say, seek discomfort on a daily basis. Now, here's where it kind of all comes back together and where you can apply all of this, guys. I want you to stay focused. I want you to look ahead to what you want in your life and stop looking at all the bullshit that's trying to distract you from your vision. Because your thoughts are magnets. So what you think is usually what is drawn to you. So if you always think about the negative shit, for some reason, all that negative shit starts to happen. You attract it. However, if you visualize the life that you want, and you think about the things that you're working towards, and you focus on being present in the process and on the journey, because remember, the journey is where you learn the most, and where you fall in love with the journey is how you accomplish the goal. Don't draw negative shit to you. Remember what I said earlier. Stop listening to yourself and start talking to yourself. I talk to myself all the time. I know nobody's surprised by that when I'm a fucking crazy person, but you know what? I dare to be different, and I color outside the lines, and it's worked pretty well for me up until this point. Now, I'm nowhere near where I want to be. I'm nowhere near the impact that I want to create on the world. However, if you go back and you listen to episode 1 of my podcast, and you listen to episode 150 of my podcast, you're going to notice a difference. And it's because I've been consistent with being different. And when people started to talk shit at me and started to criticize me and question why I'm doing what I'm doing, I just kept focused, looked ahead, stayed present in the moment, focused on the process and the journey. And I didn't let anybody walk through my mind with their dirty feet. Sometimes I let myself walk through my mind with my dirty feet. I'll own that. I do that all the time. However, I'm getting better at it, and that's what matters. It's not going to be flip the switch and you're better. It's not going to be flip the switch and all of a sudden I can ignore all the shit people are talking at me. It's going to be over time you start to see progress. And again, no is a complete sentence. I say that all the time. No is a complete sentence. If something doesn't serve you, then you have no business doing it, and you don't have to apologize for that. Don't apologize for doing great things in your life. Be who you are. Don't apologize for being who you are. Dare to be different. And remember, don't let anyone walk through your mind with their dirty feet, including yourself. Now, this all lies by coloring outside the lines, guys. So the most important takeaway from today is make the choice today. And I want you guys to comment this, not below. I want you to post in the group that you are committing and making the choice today to be different, to chase greatness, and to not worry about what other people fucking think of you. Go out and do one thing that's going to take you one step closer to where you want to be. I'll see you guys next week. Peace.